I'm Anglais, high school teacher in Casablanca City. Today we're going to see some exercises about passive voice, and these exercises are devoted for students, first baccalaureate students. So first of all, we're going to see some exercises about passive voice with sentences in the simple present and later present continuous and present perfect. Okay? For example, this is the question for exercise number 1. Rewrite the following sentences in the passive voice. But before, we need to know that when we want to passive voice, we should bear in mind that we need to know the structure of the sentence, which means the subject, the verb, and the object. Because in the passive voice, we need to know the object with which we start. So normally in the rule, we start with the object plus verb to be plus the main verb in the past participle plus by subject. But let's bear in mind that verb to be follows the tense of the active tenses. Okay? For example, in sentence number 1, we have John opens the door. Number 2, students study different subjects. And number 3, they don't help Peter. If you notice that all these sentences are in the present simple, which means in the rule we start with the object, like for example number 1, the door, but the rule says in the passive voice we need to start with the object and later the verb to be, which is also should be in the simple present because it follows the active tense. So we say, for example, number 1, the door is opened, okay, by John. What did I do here? The door is opened by John, okay? The door is the object, is verb to be in the simple present. Why? Because the first sentence is in the simple present. Open, ed form, is the past participle of the verb open, plus by the doer, okay? The doer here is John. Number 2, students study different subjects. What is the object here again? It's different subjects. So we're going to add verb to be. And of course, it should be in the present simple. Why? Because sentence number 2 is also in the simple present. So different subjects are, okay? Why are? Because subjects, the pronoun is they. Different subjects are studied. Studied is the past participle of the verb study. Different subjects are studied by students. Okay? Number 3, they don't help Peter. What is the object? It is Peter. What is the verb? Don't help. What is the tense? It's the present simple because we have don't help. It's the present simple negative. Okay? So Peter is the object. What is the verb to be here? Is. But we're going to add not. Why? Because the sentence number 3 is negative. If you look at don't, it means negative. Peter is not helped. Ed form. Ed form, why? Because it's a regular verb. Peter is not helped. Here I'm not going to add by they. Why? Because they is a pronoun. In the passive voice, we don't use by subjects if the subject is pronoun because it's indefinite, okay? Exercise number 2 is the same instruction, the same question. Rewrite the following sentences in the passive voice. Number 1, someone is cleaning the room. Number 2, they are repairing the car. Number 3, Liz is washing the dishes. So let's try to look at verbs here. Number 1 is cleaning. Is plus verb clean plus ing. Number 2 are repair ing. The same for number 3 is wash ing. And we know that when I've got a verb with ing, it means it's continuous. But is this present continuous or past continuous? We have is cleaning, is. It means that it's present continuous. So all these three sentences here again are conjugated in present continuous. What does it mean? It means that when I want to add verb to be, it must be also in the same tense, which is present continuous. For example here, number one, someone is cleaning the room. I start with the object, which is the room, plus verb to be in the present continuous. What is verb to be in the present continuous? Is being or are being. Here we have the room. Are we going to say is being or are being? Of course it's is being, because one room is singular. The room is being plus verb clean in the past participle. What is it? It's ed form, cleaned. Okay? The room is cleaned. Am I going to say by someone? No. Okay? Because it's someone. Who is it? I don't know. Okay? Someone. Number two. They are repairing the car. Okay? The car is the object. Verb to be is being, because it's one car, singular. The car is being repaired. Okay? Repaired ed form because it's simply a regular verb. Okay? But we're not going to say by they, because they is simply a pronoun. Okay? Number three. Liz is washing the dishes. Okay? The dishes is the object. We need verb to be in the present continuous. Is being or are being? The dishes, plural noun. It means that we need are being. Dishes are being plus the past participle of the verb wash. Wash is a regular verb, so it's ed. The dishes are being washed by Liz. By Liz. Why? Because Liz, we know who is the doer. Okay? Exercise number 3. Rewrite the following sentence in the passive voice. It's the same question as usual. We have 3 sentences again. Number 1, the kids have eaten a hamburger. Number 2, I have opened the present. Number 3, Pierre has read the book. Let's try and look at these verbs. Number 1, have eaten. Have eaten. Number 2, have opened. Number 3, has read. We know that this tense is the present perfect, simple. Why? Because we start with have or has as being auxiliaries plus the verb in the past participle. For example, number 1, eaten. Eaten is the past participle of the verb eat. So have eaten, the whole is present perfect simple of the verb eat. The same thing for have opened and has read. So what does it mean to have passive voice in the present perfect? It means simply that we're going to add verb to be in the present perfect. So the object here, as it is obvious, is hamburger. Verb to be in the present perfect. What is it? It's has been or have been. Has been or have been. Okay? So hamburger, shall we say have been or has been? The pronoun is it. So it has been. Okay? So hamburger has been plus the main verb. What is the main verb in number 1? It's eat. Plus the main verb in the past participle. Luckily, we have the past participle there. A hamburger has been eaten by the kids. By the kids because we know who have eaten, for example, this hamburger. Okay? Number 2, I have opened the present. The present means gift. Okay? The present has been or have been. It's clear that it has been. The present has been opened. Am I going to say by I? No, because it's a pronoun. Okay? Number 3, Pierre has read the book. Okay? The book here is the object. Object plus verb to be. The book has been. Okay? Because book is it. It has been. The book has been read. Read is the past participle of the verb read. Okay? but it's irregular verb, and if we want to know the past participle of irregular verbs, of course we need to check the list that we have in the end of our textbooks, okay? So let's move to the other part. Second part, passive voice with sentences in the simple past, the past continuous, and modals, okay? We'll write the following sentences in the passive voice. This is exercise number 1. Number 1, we stopped the bus. Number 2, a thief stole my car. Number 3, I did not tell them. These verbs here, all of them, stopped, stole, did not tell. It's obviously they are all in the simple past. Stopped, ed, it's a regular verb, okay? We add ed. Number 2, stole, it's irregular verb. It's in the list that we have in the end of our English textbooks. Tell, did not tell, is the past, but here it's negative, did not. It's not like the present we say I don't. In the past we say I did not or didn't, okay? So number 1, the bus is the object. We need verb to be in the same tense. It means the simple past, okay? The bus, what is verb to be in the simple past? Was or were. The bus was. Of course we're going to use was. The bus was stopped. I'm not going to say by we, okay, because it's pronoun. Number 2, a thief stole my car. My car was or were. It's one car. It means was. My car was plus the past participle of the verb steal. What is it? It's stolen. So my car was stolen by a thief. A thief. Okay? So it's something definite. We know who stole my car. Number 3, I did not tell them. What is the object? Normally it's them. But why we change it into they? Because simply them is what? Is an object pronoun. And when we want to passive voice, starting with an object pronoun, we turn it into subject pronoun. Okay? So we say they plus verb to be in the simple past. They was or they were. They were. They were not plus the past participle of the verb tell, which is told. They were not told. I'm not going to say, of course, by I, because it's pronoun. Okay? Second exercise. Number 1, Ahmed was playing the guitar. Number 2, she was watching a film. And number 3, Laura and Max were repairing bikes. Ahmed was playing the guitar. Was playing, ing, playing, continuous. But we have before was. What does it mean? It's what? Past. Past continuous. Ahmed was playing the guitar. Was. It's not is. Past continuous. So we start normally with the guitar and we'll need verb to be in the same tense, the past continuous. What is it? It's was being or were being. So the guitar, it's one, singular. I'm going to say the guitar was being plus the verb, the main one, which is play, in the past participle. What is it? It's played, ed, it's regular. The guitar was being played by Ahmed, because we know. Okay? Number 2, she was watching a film. A film was being or were being. A film, it's one film, singular. It means that was being. A film was being plus the past participle of the verb watch, which is watched, ed, because it's a regular verb. A film was being watched. It's not by she, because it's pronoun. Number 3, Laura and Max were repairing bikes. Bikes, plural, it means not was being, it's were being, plural. Bikes were being repaired. Repaired, ed, okay, the past participle, because it's simply a regular verb. Bikes were being repaired by Laura and Max, okay? Let's look at this last example of exercises. Rewrite the following sentence in the passive voice again. Number 1, John can answer the question. Number 2, she will carry the box. Number 3, Mary should open the window. And last one, George must fill in this form. Okay? So number 1, John can answer the question. What is the tense here? We have John as a subject plus can answer the question. We know that the question is the object, but look at the verb answer. Do we have something before it? It's can. Okay? What is can? Can is a modal verb. Okay? So how can we passive voice a sentence with the modal verb? So we're going to do it now. The question is the object plus verb to be, the same tense of the active voice verb. So answer, we have can plus answer in the infinitive. Can, modal verb plus answer in the infinitive. It's not conjugated. So it's the same thing that will happen for verb to be. It's also the modal verb plus be in the infinitive. Okay? So the question can be. Okay? Can answer, can be. The question can be. What is the verb there? Answer. In the past participle again, it's answered, ed, because it's regular. The question can be answered by John. Okay? Number 2, she will carry the box. She will carry the box. What is the modal verb that we have here? It's will. Okay? Will carry. Will plus verb carry in the infinitive. It's not conjugated. So, the box is the same thing that will happen to verb to be. Will be. The box will be. Will plus the verb in the infinitive. Okay? The box will be plus the main verb carry. Carry, it means to lift something. Carry in the past participle. The box will be carried. Not by she. Okay? The box will be carried. Number 3. Mary should open the window. Okay? Should is the modal verb. We use it for advice. Should. Mary should open the window. So the object is the window. We're going to add should with be. Should be. Like the first ones, can be, will be. Now it's should be. Okay? The window should be opened. Ed. Past participle of the verb open. By Mary. Okay? Number 4. George must fill in this form. Okay? What is here again? The modal verb that we used is must. And we know that must is for obligation. It's not for advice. So George must fill in this form. What is the verb here? Is fill in. Okay? To complete this form. This form is the object. The rule says that we need again to do or to write the modal verb with the infinitive. What is the modal verb here? Is must. This form must be filled in by George. Okay? So this is for today's exercises and for next coming exercises, inshallah. Thank you very much.